Hello, this is Leech 83, how we doing? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 now of our Morecambe Rise to the Top, where we are trying to build a decent team to go for promotion this time round in League 2. The board have given us quite a substantial amount of money. We've brought in a few players and we've got 3 more signings before we kick off the season to see where we are just now. So we brought in Callan Jones, which isn't too bad a deal. We brought in Chuba Akpom and we also brought in Frank Banyak. Now, those players have basically come into the squad. Jones is a centre back, we've been able to bring him in, and Banyak is obviously a centre back as well. Chuba Akpom is a striker, so we brought him in, and he's went in to the front line alongside Watmore on his proper side this time. We're just going to keep the Kieran Waters at the left hand side. We'll drop Jamie Devitt down to the bench and played Watmore on his proper side in the league. Now, one negative part of news that's come out before the start of this season is a training injury to our new number 1, Jason Steele. He suffered an ACL injury and he's going to be out for 4 months, which is a becking disaster if I don't say so myself. So we have been basically left now not keeperless, because we do still have our young lad Thompson who can go into the net, but we do need to now search for another goalkeeper who will be able to kind of take the place in between the sticks and obviously be able to kind of help us out throughout the season. Now, also at the same time, we have also been looking to try and change up the team a little bit more by looking at a couple of midfielders and also trying to get another left winger or left mid in for the team also. The search for those places continues and hopefully we can get somebody in within the next few days, but in the meantime we are ready to start off our league campaign, and that is at home to Wycombe. Now, I'm kind of hopeful that this kind of goes okay. It's one of those ones that's the team's getting a half ready and it's not all the way that I exactly want it to be for the start of the season. Now, the thing is, with the budget that we've got a decent substantial budget, but we can't obviously buy higher rated players because the higher rated players don't want to come to us, so that needs to come in time. So we're buying established players or up and coming players for bigger teams and bringing them to ourselves and hoping that they'll do a job for us and then they can grow with us as we go up the leagues. That's why we've went for the likes of Chuba Akpom and Duncan Watmore and stuff like that, is because they're only kind of 65, 66, 67 rated, etc. But we can then build them up and make them our players for the next 3 or 4 seasons so they can be able to get us through. They're a lot better than the players that we had beforehand, so that's not too bad. And I think if we put in beforehand we had like 1 or 2 quality players in the last season, it just didn't all click. This time if I get a team of kind of solid quality with like 1 or 2 decent stats between them, then it all kind of makes things a little bit easier. So hopefully that's the plan anyway. Let's hope that it works. So let's get into this game against Wycombe then and let's kick the season off. Forrest! That'll do nicely. Won the ball back, made the chance for himself. Got lucky, to be fair. Just pressure on the defender. And Forrest is in there in the box and tidies it away nice. 1-0. Well, that will do nicely. It's a perfect start to the season. It's a 1-0 victory at home. And that will do nicely. Not the best of games, to be fair, all in. But we took advantage of a chance. Limited Wycombe to the ball in their own half, and we done reasonably well. I think with a couple of changes to the midfield, the team will definitely be ready for the league, and we should hopefully be in a kind of stronger position. I just need to get a couple more, as I say, established players in the team, and it should be fine. So let me go back into the office, check how things are, and if whatever news we've got, I'll be able to bring that back to you and show you what's happening with the team before we get into the next game. Okay, so that's us just about ready to get into our next game, which is in the Capital One Cup, and we are going to be playing against Hull City, which is going to be a difficult game, that's for sure, at this early stage in the season. Unfortunately, no new transfer news to bring to you at this present moment in time, so the team has only one change from the game that won the first league game, and that's Chuba Akpom drops to the bench, and we bring in Jacob for his first start in the Morecambe colours. So, a good test for us just now. Let's see how we go on in this one. Forrest finding Devitt on as a substitute. Get a chance to break forward. I think Forrest just get back on side there and no more. James Forrest with a chance to cut in. Well saved. And the keeper saves again. Oh my god. Oh, it's a great football by Huddleston finding a loco. He's cut it back. Oh, the sweaty. Oh, I'm not going to go where I want to go with that. Oh my god, it's into extra time. My players are all knackered, and this is the goal that the computers have scored. It's just a disgrace. Anyway, 1-0. Oh well, it's all over after extra time. We've been beaten 1-0. I guess it was kind of to our credit that we managed to take them all the way to extra time. We only really had one opportunity, as you see, one shot, one on target. Hull City done most of the damage, but the way they scored that goal was just disgusting. Even the computers are sweaty bastard at times. But what can you do? Anyway, it was a nice test for the team at this current stage in the season. I think this game a couple of weeks down the line might have had a little bit of a different result, but one of these things that you can't do much about it at this stage. But we still obviously have the Johnston Paint Trophy and the FA Cup to look forward to as well, so it's not all doom and gloom at this time in the season. So as again, we'll get into the office, find out what's happening, I'll get it tidied up for you and bring you hopefully some good transfer news. Okay, so we're just about to get into our final game of this episode, and we've got some transfer dealings completed now, and we have sold Lee Molyneux to Drogheda United for £60,000. We've been given 50,000 of that, massive transfer fee there. We have signed Moa from Stoke on a 4-year contract for £3,000 a week. He's a 64 rated left winger, so he'll come into the team right away. And we have also received a bid for Leonard Koch from Crewe Alexandra, which we've accepted, and we have signed Scott Allen from Celtic on a 3-year deal for £15,000 a week. This one I'm really happy about. We're going to continue our raid of Celtic. That's 3 players we've got from them in this, not in this full, for the full time of being the Morecambe manager. We signed Kieran Tierney, we brought in James Forrest, and then we've signed Scott Allen, so everything is looking pretty good. So we are ready to get into our game then, which is away to Oxford United. Should be a good game. We are away from home, and we are going to give our 2 new signings an immediate start into the team. So we've changed the team a little bit because some of the players are still tired from their exploits in the last game. So I just need to make 2 more changes, I believe, just to this team, just to get everybody a bit on side. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so the team then is Thompson in goals with Bailey, Edwards, Dugdale and Tierney at the back. It's a back 4 which we used previously in the previous season. We've kind of reverted back a little bit just because the players are a bit tired. Midfield is Lucas, new signing Scott Allen and James Forrest, and then a front 3 of Duncan Watmore. We'll get Jakob up front with Moya, our new player, on the left wing. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. We've seen better, but I mean he's still only 20 years old, 3-star weight foot, 3-star skill moves, and he does look pretty decent, to be fair, and should be a bit of growth on him. As for Scott Allen, 24 years old, 3-star with him as well, can play him at centre mid or cam, and he's got pretty decent stats for a 69 rated centre mid, that's for sure. 80 dribbling, which isn't too bad on him. I think that's his kind of highest. His highest is 80. Unless I'm being blind. Yeah, highest is 80, so that's not too bad. He's still got room to grow as well, which is absolutely perfect. And that's what with the basis that we're going to try and do this. I should have done it this way to start off with, but we just didn't have the budget last season. Now we do have. It's all looking good. So let's get into this game against Oxford. Oh, that's a great ball into the middle and well finished by Taylor, I believe it is. On Oxford take a 1-0 lead. Nothing much I could do about that. It's a first time shot, they're an absolute banger. 1-0. Tom Barkowski on as a substitute. Chance to burst into the box. Barkowski in. Oh, that's a lovely solo goal. Just he's like literally his first attack, first chance on the ball. Just cutting into the middle, and he's managed to duck it away and get us a revival. It's 1-0. well, there we have it. It's a 1-1 draw in the end. That's not too shabby a result, I guess we could say. Our players again were pretty dead on their feet, and it took a Brackelsian substitution on the 80 odd minute to come on and rescue us. And obviously must have been deflected or something, because there's not even a shot can registered, and it's not even on target. So that's how bad we were in that game. But as I say, players were just completely done in. Now my goal for this, for what I want to do before the transfer window closes, is to more or less have 2 teams that I can switch out, so that I've got like kind of at least a backup for every position that are still capable. Because at the moment I don't have every position covered, and a lot of the players are getting knackered. So I want to make sure I've got enough choice right throughout the board, so I can make sure everybody can get a swap out. So because at one point in the season, obviously we're just already in 3 games in, and my players are on their arse. So I need to make sure that we've got a right good kind of stable of players, so we can obviously rotate everybody round about. It's going to be kind of tough, obviously, to convince people to sign, but we should get there okay. But as I say, it's not too bad. So this will bring an end to the episode. Thank you very much for checking it out. Make sure you check out the links in the description for the playlist, so you can see exactly what we've done for this start of this season anyway. And as always, all support greatly appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.